In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Welcome to The Dark Side of Songwriting Special Edition. My name is Nayim Edwards. I am your host. And today, listen, nobody in Virginia cares about this rapper shooting 3 of his relatives. So people are trying to drum up some type of, oh my God, this is so special. Oh my God, this is so crazy. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Bro, this is a regular day in Virginia. And I guess you need to hear from somebody who's actually out here. And how I know that this is not a big deal to us out here. Not saying like, oh my God, it's not devastating that he had whatever he had going on. Oh my God, it's not devastating that somebody would break into their mother's house and shoot their brother and shoot their sister and shoot their mother or whatever. Not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that, dog, this is the kind of stuff that been happening out here. This kind of stuff is so common and it's so regular, bro. This could have been a random Friday at a Kroger for all we care out here. And how I know this was not no big deal out here is because nobody out here is talking about it. Nobody knew who this was. Nobody cares who it is. Some random people on the internet took a situation and they ballooned it up. And this is why we even have to talk about it, because the media is a disgusting beast a lot of the times. What I've noticed is because, okay, so let's just run through it since people care. This is some extra, so we can just talk. You know, he broke into his parents' house. He had a video scheduled to go live on YouTube or to be whatever. He had a music video already shot. He all on his Instagram talking about government conspiracy theories and all of this, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff, right? Then he break into his mama's house, go rogue. He fled down to North Carolina because it was a manhunt for him. Manhunt, they just looking for somebody because, you know, most of the time, if they're looking for you, they're going to find you. You know, this is not a big area as far as when you do something like this, because see, if you from DC, I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia, down by from wherever he did whatever he did at. That's the area I'm from. So if you wonder how he ended up in North Carolina, it's because it only takes 45 minutes to get to North Carolina from the area. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nothing. And the closer you are down there, the faster it is to get to North Carolina. That's whatever, you know, where we from, you could take a day trip to New York City and come back. Florida is a day trip. Atlanta is a day trip. You can do a lot of stuff within the span of a half of a day. So it's like, if you from DC, a lot of times people from DC, if they go on the run, they'll run down to the area I'm from. The 757 area, or you might hear that 75. If you older, people are calling Tidewater, Hampton Road, you know, whatever. I'm saying that this ain't news. It's not shocking. The only reason they're calling him a rapper is because of when they're doing their investigation, somehow the YouTube video worked his way in the mix. He wasn't known. He's not popular. Nobody knows who the hell this is. Nobody cares about who it is out here. I'm telling you what's happening on the ground. We don't care. We've been desensitized, but I'm talking about this because we are seeing this pattern in the media now where people are taking regular everyday things, happenstance things, and just ballooning them up because of sensationalism. He's not getting coverage because he's some good rapper, because he's not. He's not getting coverage because he was so hot in the area. Definitely not that. He's getting coverage because some random person did a random thing and they just happened to rap. This nigga's not no rapper. This is just somebody who happened to rap. We know who the rappers are out here. People who is actively rapping and doing that. Like, this is somebody, he has 0 monthly listeners. Nobody listens. Nobody knows who it is. Nobody's listening to him. But we're moving into this space where people are just digging into the lives of regular people doing crazy shit and saying, oh, they're a rapper. This Virginia rapper shot his mom and shot everybody in the house and dropped the video. Like, no, like, this some random person doing something random in the city. Like, it is what it is. He just happened. Like, I don't feel like there's any integrity in that. No more than if a mass shooter was a poet. Would you be like, oh, the poet who shot up the Kroger? No, you talking about the mass shooter who shot up Kroger. You wouldn't sensationalize poetry, just like you wouldn't take and spread their thing because they was some great poet. No, you just happen to be a poet, not any of this other stuff. It's annoying because we're seeing this more, especially with BTB Savage. We're seeing that regular people having regular instances in their lives is now being ballooned up because, obviously, like I just said, sensationalism, but because people want to hear something about some random person doing a random act of violence. Not because, oh, his music was this and it's that, because this wasn't anything, because he wasn't nobody out here. Just another nut on the street. And that's a whole nother thing. Like, it's so easy out here to acquire whatever you want. It's so easy out here to get your hands on literally anything you want to get your hands on. Nobody's taking no account of people's mental state and all this. You should, but it's not happening. I'm not making no excuse for nobody who broke into their mama's house. To hell with them. Who cares? You broke into your mother's house. You just happen to rap. These two things don't have nothing to do with each other. And the fact that people are disgustingly trying to connect them together because he had a scheduled video to drop on YouTube the day that he did it. Okay, he snapped. You know, there's a lot of nuts out here. A lot of these niggas is crazy as fucking cat shit. So what? We have to, I don't want to hear, like, because it be the same people talk about RIP and, oh, this is crazy. We got to do better. We got to change the music. No. Why are we turning something that doesn't exist into something, like manifesting it into something that is just completely not it? This was a random mental illness person out here running them up. And it's crazy because you can't even really say mental illness no more, because now so many people fucked up in the brain that it sounds like an excuse. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I was gonna ignore it, but I see stuff and it's just like 1 and 1 is not making 2 here. 1 and 1 is looking like 7 and 8, and that's just not it. That ain't it. Nobody out here cares. That's the point. Nobody cares. Nobody in Virginia is talking about it. I done been to every major platform in the state, and I think I saw one person say something, and they didn't say nothing that was like, it was like, oh man, he dropped a video and shot his mom, shot the whole family, and then he got killed by the police in a hail of bullets. That's what happens when you shoot at the cops. Like, this was some random person doing something. So that's how I know it's just like, this is what we at. So whatever, I don't care. Nobody here cares either. So this was just a random episode. I wanted to get that off. Since we're at the end of the video, I want to say this. This don't have nothing to do with nothing, but there's a store that I've been frequenting for almost a year now. And this lady in there, she looked like she might be, she definitely probably about 10 years older than me. She looked 10 years older than me, probably them damn cigarettes. But she was just like, oh, she go with some dude in the store, oh, they together, blah, blah, blah. I'm really thinking like, that's really her man. She really go with this man. Like, they're really in a real relationship. He died, right? Just randomly died. Nobody want to say what happened to him, whether he was killed or not. But she was so distraught that she couldn't even, like, she could barely come to work or whatever. And I'm like, I'm always in this store literally multiple times a week. So I'm just like, I'm being nice to her because I really think, like, I really thought this was her boyfriend. I found out that, and it's funny because it was on Facebook, and I'm not even on Facebook, like the regular people page, like a regular page like your mama would be on. I'm not even on that. She was arguing with his mama and his sister because she posted up a picture of them together, talk about her love for him. I didn't even know this man, he got a baby on the way. He got a baby mama, and then he has a girlfriend. The way she sold me the fact that this was the love of her life, and before you ask, yes, she is. She told me that this man was the love of her life. And I found out that you're literally the work wife. Like, you're the side chick. So much so that you're arguing with a dead man's family on the internet. This is a crazy place, man. Like, she dead ass, like, he's the love of my life, and I don't care about his baby on the way, and his baby mama, or his girlfriend. We loved each other for real. Like, hold up. Like, all right. I hate even going back into that store now because it's just like, I tried to be nice the first few times after she told me that, but it's like, that's not your man. Like, I don't know, man. Let me get off this, man, because that just threw me through a loop. I don't even like seeing her. I saw her today. I kept walking. Like, that junk was crazy. Anyway, like I said, we don't care about him. My name is Nayim Edwards. I'll holler at y'all later.